Hey there, welcome to this lesson. So, we are learning environmental chemistry, and here the topic is biogeochemical cycles of sulfur, phosphorus, oxygen, and biodistribution of elements. So, here I have shown you the table of contents where we have completed the topic sulfur cycle, and today we are going to study the steps and reactions that are involved in oxygen cycle, the formation of ozone, and also the effect of oxygen on health. Now, starting with our topic oxygen cycle, let us recap the introduction part of oxygen cycle. So, as we all know that it is a biogeochemical cycle, and this is very important for environment. And this oxygen cycle, it is a natural process in which the oxygen moves in different spheres of environment, whether it is lithosphere, atmosphere, biosphere, or hydrosphere. So here the oxygen keeps moving through plants, then to animals, and to atmosphere. Now we are going to understand each of the steps and the reactions that are involved in oxygen cycle. So here our first step is photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? In this process, the plants make their food, okay, and they make their food in the presence of sunlight with the help of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll and sunlight is a much needed component. So, what happens in this process? In this process, the plants they releases oxygen in atmosphere, and then they take carbon dioxide from animal and produces their food. So here you can see it in the reaction. Carbon dioxide it reacting with water and producing glucose with the release of oxygen. So here you can see that the equation is also balanced. Here in the left side we have 6 carbon, and in right side also we have 6 carbon. Next, if we talk about oxygen atom, so in both the sides we have 18 oxygen atom, and we have 12 hydrogen atoms in both the side. So our equation is balanced. This is the equation of photosynthesis. Now let us talk about the second step of oxygen cycle, that is respiration. So what happens in this step? In this step, animals take oxygen and in turn they releases carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and then this carbon dioxide is used up by the plants. So this process continuously moves and it repeats continuously. So here you can see the reaction that glucose is reacting with oxygen molecule, and then it is producing carbon dioxide and water. So here you can see our equation is balanced. C6H12O6, that is glucose, is reacting with oxygen and producing CO2, that is carbon dioxide, and water. So these were the two steps which were involved in the oxygen cycle. Now let us move to our next topic, that is the formation of ozone. So here I have shown you a picture in which you can clearly see that ozone layer is in the middle of sun and earth. Now what is this ozone layer doing? So we know that oxygen and their product and its product they are present in the atmosphere, and ozone is an important product of oxygen. Where does ozone layer lie? So it lies in the stratosphere layer, okay, and here it plays a role of preventive layer. So ozone is a preventive layer by which it prevents the earth. So it prevents the earth by the dangerous ultraviolet rays of sun, okay, and these ultraviolet rays are very harmful for all the living organism, whether they are plants, animal, or we can say the whole part of earth. They are harmful for the whole part of the earth, and the ozone layer protects Earth from these harmful UV rays. So this was about ozone. Now let us understand how it is formed. What is the reaction of its formation? So here you can see a reaction. Here oxygen in the presence of light, it is producing two molecule of oxygen atom, and these oxygen atom is again reacting with another oxygen atom and producing O3. O3 is called ozone. Now this is how the ozone is formed. Now ozone is also a secondary pollutant when it is produced in troposphere. What is troposphere? It is the first layer of the atmosphere, and then comes the stratosphere. So in stratosphere it acts as a preventive layer, but in troposphere it is called the secondary pollutant. Now we have completed our second topic also. Now let us move to our next topic, that is effect of oxygen on health. So here we are going to study different characteristics and significance of oxygen. So oxygen is very important for the process of combustion. Okay, it accelerates, or we can say it supports the combustion, and it is a major hurdle when you want to extinguish the fire. Okay, when you want to extinguish the fire, the oxygen is the major hurdle. So if you choke the supply of oxygen, then you will be able to extinguish the fire. So first thing about oxygen is that it accelerates the combustion. For combustion, we can say that oxygen is needed. Now second thing is that this oxygen element, it is a very reactive element. It reacts with almost all the metals to form the oxides, and it brings up the corrosion. It brings about the corrosion on metals. So generally it is known as rusting in the context of iron. Okay, when iron is corrosed, then that process is called rusting. So second thing, we learned that oxygen is a very reactive element. Now third thing is that humans need oxygen to breathe, uh, but if they will try to inhale the pure oxygen, okay, then it could be harmful for internal organs of the humans. And why this happens, why humans cannot inhale the pure oxygen? Because of the oxidizing nature of the oxygen. Okay, because of its oxidizing nature, the internal organs of humans could be harmed. That's why uh, we don't inhale the pure oxygen. Now fourth is the obvious importance that animal and plants all need oxygen to survive in the earth. Okay, so all this was about the effect of oxygen on health. Now let's move towards the objective. So this is the first question. Please read this and then I will give you the explanation. So oxygen is the right answer. It helps in corrosion. It reacts with almost all the metal to form oxides and brings about the corrosion, generally known as the rusting in the context of iron. Now let's move towards the second question. Please read the question. So here the answer is ozone. Ozone is the layer which prevents the earth from the harmful UV radiation, and this ozone layer is present in the stratosphere layer. Stratosphere is the second layer of the earth atmosphere. First one is troposphere. So the dangerous ultraviolet rays are prevented to reach at earth by ozone layer, because the ultraviolet rays are very harmful for animals, plants, and whole part of the earth. So we have covered today's topic. These are the topics that we have covered in this lesson. Thank you so much for watching this video and have a nice day.